Hi, Jim Sammons here from the Kayak Fishing Show, and welcome to Kayak Fishing Tales. This week we're visiting Tennessee, and we're going to be fishing with Damon Bungard and EJ Jackson from Jackson Kayaks. We're going to be chasing after some bass at Long Branch Lakes. I hope you enjoy the video. If you like it, give us a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to Kayak Fishing Tales. See you in a couple minutes. The plan was to spend some days fishing with Damon Bungard, who is product manager at Jackson Kayak, and EJ, Eric Jackson, you know, the name on the side of the kayak. For those of you who don't know Eric Jackson, he is a world champion whitewater kayaker. He is 100 miles an hour when he competes as a whitewater paddler, and as I found out, when he fishes, he fishes like nobody I've really fished with before.
So I'm not really sure whether it's my obsessive personality that has me so attracted to fishing. I love casting. I love being in the outdoors, whether it be in a river or a lake. Kayak fishing in particular gets you right on the water. It's just you, a small boat, your fishing poles, your lures, and out in the wilderness. It's an amazing experience just getting out there. But then you add the whole fishing and the challenge of fishing, trying to catch fish, trying to catch big fish. Trying to land your lures in the right spot, you know, casting well. Just the total process for me really brings me back and makes me want to fish pretty much every day.
He hits a spot hard, he fishes hard. And I think that's the same way he commits to training. It's the same way he commits to competition, and he commits to that when he's fishing. So, I mean, he's competitive, and he's just going to conquer that lake. And it's kind of interesting, but it was fun. I mean, he pounded water, he made more casts than me, he caught more fish than me.
So EJ and I go way back to whitewater days. EJ fishes like he paddles whitewater in many ways. He's pretty aggressive. He likes to go race point to point to point to point and just go fast and cast and try to find the fish. A little different than my style, but definitely it's fun. Variety's good. So he's great to fish with when he's got his hearing aids in. Otherwise, he's going to be wondering why you didn't catch any, because he's yelling fish on all day, and whenever you do, he has no idea.
So I grew up in Florida bass fishing, largemouth bass. I'm a big fan of largemouth bass fishing. Here in Tennessee, a lot of great smallmouth bass fishing. There's some good largemouth bass fishing as well, but I don't think there's any better largemouth bass fishing than Long Branch Lakes, right here in Spencer, Tennessee.
It is a gated community with 3 designer bass lakes. Most of them don't allow gas motors, so it's kayaks or canoe or electric motors, all you're allowed to have on them. And we didn't see another person. We fished 2 different lakes. We didn't fish the other, but I've yet to see another person on any of the lakes.
So Long Branch, you know, when we were moving down here, we looked around a lot of different kind of communities and places. We came down from Vermont, so we were used to a lot of just wide open spaces, natural, good wildlife. We came into Long Branch and kind of drive in, and it's kind of like your own little private park. I came down and kind of called my wife back at home, and I was like, this is like a playground for adults.
Whenever I'm going on a trip, you know, I plan on throwing a variety of size lures. I filled all my reels with 20-pound cans and braid from Seagar. I really like the nose stretch. I like the abrasion resistance. We were in some clearer water. I unfortunately forgot to bring my leader, and I wasn't getting bit as well as EJ, and EJ was using some Seagar fluorocarbon leader. I think I made a mistake. EJ and I were throwing the exact same lures for most of the trip, and he was getting bit and I wasn't. And I really think, I mean, the only differences between our setups was he was using Seagar fluorocarbon and I wasn't. I made a mistake. Don't make that mistake. Use Seagar fluorocarbon.
So I'm a big believer that individuals can accomplish a lot, but teams and partners can accomplish a lot more. Jackson Kayak, we can do a lot of things on our own, However, we can do more when we've got strategic partners and people that have a common interest with us, that have certain strengths that we don't have. We're actually designing our kayaks around the Power Pole micro anchor. So my Big Rig Pro, for example, has a micro anchor. The attachment place is ready to go. Strap that on and you're ready to go. So we're working with these companies. They're helping us develop our boats to work perfectly with their products. Also with Ray Marine, with their new Dragonfly fish finder, we're able to make our kayaks ready to go for a customer off the shelf. They can get their electronics, they can get these different components on the boat and on the water easily. And it's not an afterthought or an aftermarket thing. It's like these boats were designed for it.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our trip to Long Branch Lake with EJ and Damon. We had a lot of fun up there and caught some really good fish. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so, again, please subscribe to Kayak Fishing Tales. We really want to thank one of our longtime sponsors, Mustad Hooks, for all their support over these years. You can see all their great products at mustad-fishing.com. I hope to see you on the water, and I hope to see you back here next week.